So your website works, but let's be honest, it looks like it was built in 1995. In this video, we're gonna change that with CSS, the secret sauce that makes website actually look good. And by end of this episode, you will write real CSS and completely transform your first web page. So let's get started. Let's first understand what is CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. It what makes websites colorful, clean, and professional. Without CSS, everything would look plain and boring. With that said, there are three ways to add CSS to your web page. First one is inline CSS, which is written inside the tag with a style attribute. So it is a very messy way of writing CSS, so it's not generally preferred. Another way of writing CSS is internal CSS, which is written inside a style tag, which again, it is still a messy way of writing CSS, but it's still generally better than writing inline CSS. And the last and the most professional way of writing CSS is external CSS, where we make a separate .css file to write our CSS code. So with that said, let's move on to computer screen. I'll show you all three ways of writing CSS and style our very first web page. So here I have HTML boilerplate code, right? What I'm gonna do is make an h1 tag that says, this is episode 6, right? So we have this h1 tag that says this is episode 6. Now to add styling or CSS to this text, I can do it by three ways. The first one is inline CSS. What I'm going to do is put a style tag, not tag, style attribute, right? So I can, inside this, I can give a specific CSS value or CSS property, which we like to call, saying color, and then give it color red, and that will make this text red, as you can see. But what if I want to add multiple styling or multiple things, right? What if I want to change the font size? You can do that by putting a semicolon here, saying that this line has terminated, right? And after this, you can do is give font size. Let me just quickly do this. And give a font size of, let's say, 10 pixels. That will make the actual text smaller, right? So this is what we call inline CSS. But this is not generally a good way of actually putting CSS to your HTML element, because what if you have 10 CSS property that you want to apply to a specific HTML element? This will make this a nightmare to actually read, right? So that's why we'll not be doing this. Let's reset this and call this. There you go. I reset the h1 tag. So instead of that, what you can do is put a style tag, which we will use this in today's video. And after we are comfortable using style tag, we'll move on to making another CSS file, which is this right here, saying style.css. We'll code into that. But for now, let's try style tag. Okay. So what we can do is put a style tag saying style, right? As you can see right here. So inside the style tag, we can put our CSS. But here's the deal. How do we select this h1 tag inside the style tag? To do that, what we can do is type h1, right? Give a bracket. And inside this, I can type my CSS, that is color, and let's again put it to red. That also changes the actual color of the font to whatever you set it to be, right? Now, here's the deal. What if there are multiple h1 tags? And let's say that this is, again, let's just say hello world, like this, right? It also applies the same CSS property to the another h1 tag because we selected h1 as our CSS selector. This h1 right here, this is what we called a CSS selector, right? Now, how do we separate the CSS property that we are applying to our HTML element, right? To do that, that's where class and IDs come in. So I can give a class to this h1 tag saying, let's say class text. I can give it anything I want. Doesn't have to be that, right? Now I can select this using a dot. So to select a class, we use dot. Okay, so we can do dot text. After that, it will apply the CSS property only for the selected class HTML element. So as you can see, I put class text to only this h1 tag. That will make it so whatever content that is written inside the h1 tag will only get the CSS applied to it. Okay, so here h1 tag, I can also give it class text, right? And it will apply the same CSS property. Okay, so here's the deal. Okay, I can also give it an ID. I get ID, let's say hello text, and give that. Now inside our style tag, to select this h1 tag, which has an ID of hello text, to do that, what I can do is type hash hello text. Okay, now this is how you select an ID and class. For class, we use a dot, and for ID, we use hash. If I want to change this color to, let's say, blue, that will change the color of hello world to blue. Now, another important CSS concept. We can put class to multiple HTML element. That means I can also put this class to this h1 tag, right? It is generally preferred when you want the same styling to two different HTML elements. So you don't have to separately style them each time, and it will save time, right? But IDs, in the other hand, are basically a unique ID given to an HTML element. That's why it's called ID. It's a unique identification given to an HTML element. That means ID can only be one. It is used when you want to actually uniquely apply the CSS property to that specific HTML element. To be fair, right, if I give same ID to two different h1 tag, it will still apply the same CSS property, but it's ID. The purpose of ID is having a unique identification rather than the same CSS property, right? So you have to keep that in mind. Now here's the deal. Another concept that I can teach you is, let's say I have the class set to text, right? I have the class set to text. I can also give it an ID, another ID saying, let's say text unique. I can give it whatever I want, right? I can give it whatever I want, and let's say I select this and do hash and select this HTML h1 tag using its ID, which is text unique, in our CSS or style tag. What we can do is give it a color. Let's say I give it pink. As you can see, it overrode the CSS property that was in the class, right? So with this, you can actually understand that another property that CSS has is ID has more priority than class. As you can see, I can give it whatever color that I want, and that will override the color that was written in the class or the any other CSS property that we will learn in later on in this video. Quick recap. So let's do a quick recap session of whatever we learned till far, right? So we have a style tag here. We have HTML boilerplate code, which an h1 tag that says hello world, and a paragraph tag that says this is the first episode of CSS, which it is, right? What I'm going to do is give each of these a class, because class can be applied, again, as I said, to multiple HTML elements. But if we just use class for a single HTML element, then it can also act as an ID, right? So I can give in a class of, let's say, hello text, right? And I'll give a class to this paragraph tag saying sentence or sentence, like that. You can give it anything that you want. It doesn't really matter. So now inside the style tag, I'll select these two HTML element. So I can do dot hello text. Now I can give it some CSS properties. So the first one I can give is color. I can give it red. right? And I can also give it a font size of, let's say, 20 pixels, like this. It will make it smaller. And I can also align it at the center of the web page using text align property. Text align property, giving it center. It will move the hello world to center. Now, another is class. So let's say dot sentence. I can select that, and I can give it, let's say, I can change the font, which in CSS property, it is called font family. I can change it to, let's say, sans serif. It will change the font of the text, as you can see. And color, I can put it something like gray, like this. I can also align it to center, right? And that should be it. If you want to go more detailed, you can also explore something like giving borders. But to actually give borders, you have to learn CSS box model, which we'll not learn in today's video. CSS box model is the thing that we'll learn in next video, so stay tuned. So with that said, this is all the things that we'll learn in today's video. Obviously, there are a lot more CSS property that we'll learn in this CSS journey. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you learned anything new about CSS, or you learned to actually style your very first web page, then hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you want to check out our compiler and or even a new feature that's called Code in Labs, then link will be in the video description. Please make sure to give support and check out our HTML, CSS, and JavaScript compiler. If you also want to check out our other compilers like Python, Java, C#, C++, it will all be in the compiler section of our website. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.